Aries, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you. Cool. I appreciate you so very much. If you're brand new to the channel, I'm JT, and welcome to Steampunk Psyche. Aries, we're going to do a general reading. Like I always say, if the energy fits, cool. If it doesn't, just leave it for somebody else, okay? I'll give you the down low. We'll shuffle up. Aries, we're going to take a look at your present energy, your current energy, the energies around you. We're going to look at the crossing challenge. We are going to take a look at the foundation, what's lying underneath. We'll take a look at the recent past. We'll also look at the possibilities, okay, in the near future. We're going to look at the stance, how you're showing up in this situation. We'll look at the environment around you. We're going to take a look at your hopes, fears, your wishes, or your worries. And we will end up with a final outcome or a direction. We'll clarify the cards along the way. Aries, I hope you're doing wonderful. I'm going to lay these out and we'll get started in on this. Nice beginning. Okay, Aries, I'm going to take just a minute to look at these cards. And while I am doing that, I have your 3 brand new poems from Haiku Corner. Okay, Aries, we are back. I have taken a look at your cards. Like I said, you guys, just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else if it doesn't apply to you. I'll give you the down low and we'll go over these cards and find out what story wants to unveil, okay? Okay, Aries, in your current energy, your present energy, we have the Ace of Cups, right? Divine love offering, right? I got this feeling here that there's a new emotional spark taking place, but in a kind of a very real world like way. Maybe you're catching feelings for someone unexpectedly. This doesn't have to apply, but like I said, just take what resonates for you. But I kind of get the energy like somebody's really flirting pretty heavy, okay? Harder than usual. This could represent maybe like a slow burning crush, that turning into something real. But you're emotionally ready. It's kind of been like this dry spell, perhaps. Maybe that's why it's hitting so hard. Maybe you're healing, you're becoming open to love again. But yeah, someone's compliments are kind of hitting pretty different, right? Maybe you're feeling a little more romantic than usual. Kind of craving intimacy, not just physical, but emotional, right? The whole package. So anyway, like maybe someone's energy feels really refreshing compared to, say, the past or what have you. But you're noticing some synchronicities, maybe around a new person as well, right? You're, I guess, what you call soft launching your heart again, something like that. Okay. All right, this next card represents that crossing challenge for you, okay? The Hierophant. So we could be talking about Taurus energy here in your timeline. We do have Taurus. We do have Pisces in this energy. We also have Cancer. So those could be in your timeline, something like that. This is talking about commitment, right? Expectations, timing. Something may feel a little misaligned. Okay. So maybe someone wants commitment with you, but you're unsure, or it could be representing that you're wanting commitment, but maybe they're unsure. So take what fits in that situation. But anyway, yeah. So some kind of a situationship or structure. It needs to be structured a little more, like the timing, perhaps, or say. It could be representing that someone may be stuck in old patterns or belief systems. Maybe there's a difference, like in your religion, or maybe your lifestyles. Maybe you're not the typical person that you would normally deal with. Could be the situation. I'm not sure, but it could apply. It's kind of reminds me of somebody who doesn't really like the labels. Doesn't like the societal labels, things like that. This could represent someone who's still healing from like their ex or something like that, right? A third party influence, family, friends, something like that. Anyway, it could also represent someone who's emotionally avoidant, when it comes to the spiritual side or the religious side or something like that. Maybe they're a little too traditional, and you want your freedom. So it's kind of like those questions. It could be on both sides, right? It could be that you're questioning if this person kind of fits your long-term vision, maybe. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at the foundation here. And in the foundation, we have the Six of Swords. Okay. So I feel like you're moving away from chaos. You're moving in towards peace. You do have that Six of Swords energy talks about the moving out of choppy waters and into clear waters. But, you're emotionally detaching from someone who drains you. This could be a past relationship, or this could be the one that you're facing or looking at. But take what applies. But I feel like, you're definitely trying to choose peace over, passion, right? Over overextending. You're, healing from a past heartbreak could be, maybe representing something like, you're just mentally shifting into like a more clear mindset, a healthier mindset. So yeah, you're done with the drama, you're done with the inconsistency. And maybe you're just, distancing yourself from avoidant partners, right? Breaking trauma bonds, karmic lessons, letting go of someone who maybe just breadcrumbs you along the way, and choosing more of an emotional maturity, right? So finally seeing what the hell you're worth, right? You're knowing what you're worth, right? Okay. Now we're going to move on into the recent past. And in the recent past, you drew the Page of Swords. Okay. So someone was watching, right? Someone could be watching, lurking, curious, but maybe not really acting. Someone could be like taking advantage of your social media, looking quietly, not really trying to disturb anything. Watching what you post or watching what your friends' responses are, just trying to get to know who you are, maybe seeing what you're about. This could be talking about this person or someone that you're interested in, whatever, replaying old conversations, in their mind. Could be talking about someone maybe jealous of your glow up, something that you're doing in life or whatever right now, and it's kind of has that jealous tendency, kind of a immature or a younger. But yeah, definitely someone keeping tabs on you, maybe after a breakup. That type of situation could apply. But it also talks about maybe someone who's afraid to reach out, right? Someone comparing themselves, to your connections, and it kind of puts them in their wits end or humbles them in a way. This could talk about gossip, somebody gossiping about you, or someone trying to figure out whether or not you've moved on. Anyway, maybe someone has a fake account and they're just kind of just keeping on the down low, something like that, right? Okay. So now we're going to reach for the possibilities here. Yeah. And in the possibilities, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is a fast movement, this impulsive, communication, someone coming in, excuse me. Yeah, somebody acting impulsively, maybe a heated conversation or a confrontation. It kind of feels like maybe somebody might want to, fix things, fix the situation, whatever. Maybe there's acting before they really think it through type situations. Someone could be coming towards you, maybe with a jealous tendency or something like that. Because they're afraid of all of your options. So there could be a real tendency to have somebody come in with an impulsive type of, you know, uh, it's one of them conversations where it's like trying to win you back, or um, so what they say is going to be kind of word salad, I would guess. But anyway, someone's trying to force clarity, okay, and they're wanting some answers immediately. So watch out. Could be somebody trying to just sweep you off your feet, like I said, word salad, something like that. But take it how it applies to you. Okay. Now we're going to move on into the near future, and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. So there's truth, clarity, a breakthrough of some kind. Um, maybe a conversation that finally clears the air for you. Someone telling you how they really feel. This could be you cutting off someone who's been confusing the shit out of you, right? Um, my grandkitty's in the background, so if you hear him meowing, he's just disappointed I'm not letting him down here with me. But yeah, so it could be like you're cutting someone off, a new beginning that's based on real honesty here. It could be that you're finally understanding someone's intentions, right? That clarity moment, a truth maybe coming out about a third party, um, someone admitting that maybe they were scared, someone revealing what their true motives are. Anyway, it could also represent like you just choosing clarity over whatever chemistry you guys had together, or whatever. So a moment of, oh, now I get it. So an aha, right? Yeah. So now we're going to move on, and we're going to take a look at the stance, the self, how you're showing up. And we do have the Justice card. Like I said, we have Libra energy here. It doesn't have to apply, but it could. But with the Justice, it's like you're choosing fairness, especially towards yourself. Okay, you're setting your boundaries. You're holding people accountable. Um, you're really just seeing someone's true intentions here. You're making decisions based on your own self-respect. You're balancing your emotions from logic, right? And you're not letting people manipulate you. Um, you're choosing honesty over fantasy. You demand reciprocity. People who can give back in the same way that you do, right? You're done with that one-sided connection shit. So you're choosing yourself first, right? So that's why Justice shows up. Okay, in the environment, we have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like someone around you is really stuck in their head, okay? Someone's overthinking the hell out of this and reaching out to you, perhaps. Maybe they feel guilty or unsure on how to fix something, or how to fix what's been broken. Maybe this could represent someone who's afraid of rejection, right? Somebody really just trapped in their own fear. Um, they want you, but they feel really blocked. Um, it could represent somebody who is like intimidated by your confidence, how confident you are. Someone who's maybe scared that you've moved on. They're kind of like over and over in their mind replaying the mistakes they've made or something like that. Someone comparing themselves maybe to new options that you have too, right? So it's just that mind game. Someone's stuck in an avoidant attachment pattern, maybe. Someone afraid of commitment. I'm not sure. Like I said, take what applies with you. All right, so we're moving on into the hopes, fears, wishes, and worries, and we do have the Chariot card. We could be talking about Cancer here as well. But you want movement, right? But maybe you fear a little bit of losing control over this. You want progress, but fear kind of like rushing forward into something anymore, right? And you kind of want someone else to take action for once, right? You want the momentum, but you don't want the damn chaos. right? So you're just hoping that someone maybe steps up confidently. This could talk about maybe you just don't want to repeat any old patterns. You really want somebody who, really knows what they want, right? So you fear kind of like losing yourself in a connection like that, the undecisiveness, right? And you want passion without any kind of instability. Um, yeah, you're really wanting someone that matches your own kind of energy, right? Okay. So now we move on into the outcome and the direction, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay. So this is kind of like you taking a pause, maybe a really huge shift in your perspective. This could be taking place like right now. Kind of feel like you've stepped back. Um, this could talk about maybe a connection that you're in that's kind of slowing down. And so you can really kind of evaluate the truth in it. Um, maybe you realize maybe someone's not ready for you, right? And what you truly want. Um, anyway, this kind of delay, it's kind of like a protection for you, right? You're just kicking back, going, you know what? I am not going to repeat these stupid patterns that I always seem to do, right? So maybe you see someone's behavior, acting out differently, and that's what's caused this. But maybe you understand the person who is in this situation with you that's avoidant. So you're going to just stop chasing clarity, kind of like, and let it come to you, right? Surrender your control of the thing, trust the timing, seeing the bigger picture of things, that type of situation. So yeah, I'm really like, this is an impressive reading. It's beautiful. It's kind of like Aries. This is the year about your clarity, not your confusion. You're stepping into a season where your heart wants something real, right? But your mind is tired of all these mixed signals that you get. You got the Ace of Cups, right? And so it does show a new spark, but the Hierophant kind of reveals this mismatched situation. Someone wants more, someone wants less, someone wants clarity, someone wants freedom, blah blah blah. And yeah, so the Page of Swords, though, the Page of Swords shows someone's maybe watching you, replaying stories, checking your updates, but they're kind of like not actually stepping up. Meanwhile, you've got this Knight of Swords over here. you know um, so it kind of shows like this rushing in, impulsive, a fast text, acting fast. They want answers now, so it'll be your sign. And so it's kind of feel like you're caught in the middle trying to choose peace amidst all this. But make no mistake about it, you've got justice. The justice card over here, it's giving you kind of like, finally I'm choosing myself. I'm done with all these mixed signals. I'm done with people who don't communicate. You're kind of just done with the connections that drain you, right? More than they fill you up. You have the Eight of Swords, showing that, around this is just that emotional stuff in the head. It could be that person scared, scared to lose you, scared to say the wrong thing. But the Chariot, um, the Chariot really says that you want movement, not excuses, to me. So you want someone who knows what they want and they act like it, right? A little more maturity in the situation. So, and the Hanged Man is the outcome. That's your pause, right? Your clarity. I'm not rushing anything anymore. So in my advice, what I would say stop chasing your clarity. If people can't be honest with you, push. Stop letting someone's silence make you question your worth, right? Aries, stop confusing chemistry with compatibility. Stop shrinking, to make other people feel comfortable around you. That's choosing the connection that makes you feel calm, right? The person who communicates to you clearly. Alignment, not chaos. Um, this is a beautiful reading. It's wonderful. Aries, I feel like the cards have spoken for you. I hope this was clarity. I hope this was confirmation for you. If it is, give it a thumbs up. Would you let me know in the comments how you feel about the reading? I really feel like this is your era. This is your time to be you, to stand in your own sovereigns and declare what it is exactly that you need and you want. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I respect you. I love you so much, Aries. Thank you for joining me again. And I do hope I get to see you on the next readings, okay? All right. Bye-bye.